NBL semi-finals are here. After 20 rounds, 4 teams remain.
2 matchups, 2 venues, 2 tickets to the finals left to punch.
History,
Hatred,
and highlight plays. Tuatara are playing host to the event finder.
Parakiori needs protection. Former Parish.
It's the Smells NBL semi-final live on Sky Sport.
The penultimate hurdle of the NZNBL for 2026. No mai harimaiki Parakiori Recreation and Sports Centre in beautiful Otatahi, Christchurch. Cubain in here alongside Casey Frank. And it is time for semi-final number 2 in the NZNBL for 2026. The Canterbury Rams welcoming the Southland Sharks.
It's going to be a big game today, Hugh, as we take a look at Walter Brown getting ready in Parakiori. 2 teams with a lot of history. And of course, who's going to be playing against next week, Hugh?
Death, Taxes, and the Wellington Saints in the NZNBL Grand Final. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Yep, the Saints put it into Auckland Tuatara's, well, another heartbreaking end to the Auckland Tuatara season with a 112-69 victory in Tamaki Makaurau as well for the Saints. The winner will host the Saints. So heaps to play for.
Looking forward to that, to bring one of those North Island champions down to the South Island. Of course, there are a few hiccups for the teams in today's game, as well as we take a look at the road to the final. The Saints this week taking over the Nuggets on their home court before demolishing the Auckland Tuatara yesterday on the road. The Sharks took care of business against the Phi on their home court a few days ago, last Wednesday, when the Rams were sitting there waiting for them. Based on points percentage, the Rams, the Tuatara, and the Sharks all ended up on 16 wins and 4 losses. The Saints 15-5. Points percentage, the difference to the home finals. But while we're in here, I don't see a lot of difference between any of those top 4 teams. It is close. The Saints have already proven that the top seed does not mean much.
Well, it was that game on July 25 between the Saints and the Sharks that doomed the Sharks to have to travel, as we see the YourShout.vote poll who will face the Saints in the grand final next Sunday. There's a lot of love for the Rams. 92% of you. Scan the QR code if you agree or disagree and make yourself heard.
I don't know if they saw that guy in street clothes there. I think there's a bunch of people scrambling for their phones right now.
Well, let's hear a little bit more about that, shall we? Our man on the sideline, Nick Bewley, and some breaking news from the Rams roster.
That's right. Good evening to you, Hugh, Casey. No Taylor Britt again for the Canterbury Rams tonight. That head knock he picked up a couple of weeks ago against the Auckland Tuatara. Still no good with concussion, but the extra bit of breaking news on top of that is Jack Andrew and his pending availability tonight. You might even notice he's not even warming up as things stand. He was listed questionable due to illness. My sources also telling me he's got a bit of a left knee injury too, so that's a watch tonight. He will come off the bench. Rene Rougeau will start. Southland Sharks as listed 24 hours ago. And of course the Southland Sharks, the only visiting team to win here at Parakiori this season. They won both regular season matchups. And if we cast our minds back to the 2025 finals, the Sharks came through the elimination final. They came here to Christchurch. They ended the Rams season to book their ticket in the grand final. Is history about to repeat? Gentlemen, we're going to find out.
Well, that 104-95 victory for the Sharks back on May 17th, Casey, it was almost a reversal. No Sam Timmins that day for the Southland Sharks. Jack Andrew had a chance to feast. So how have the Sharks beaten the Rams in both meetings this season?
Well, when you look at the stats, the Rams have had clear advantages in rebounding and scoring in the paint, second chance production, more than 6.5 rebounds, 11 more points, and 6.5 more second chance points. But the Sharks have made up for those deficits from the free throw line, from the three-point line, and off turnovers. 15 made threes a game at 44%, compared with Canterbury's 11. That 5 made 3 difference, and of course outscoring the Rams by 11 points per game at the foul line over the 2 contests. That's going to be a big contest today.
Rylan Jones, Braden Inga, Caleb Asbury, Keelan Boone, and Sam Timmins. For the Southland Sharks, suiting up for head coach John Yim.
Coach, semi-final basketball. How have the last couple of days been post that FI win in the Eliminator?
It's been really good. I think that we got lucky in having an extra day off, not having to play yesterday, so we're able to really get into a nice couple of good days of practice and preparation. We had a nice trip up here yesterday and got to watch the game and just enjoy each other's company, and we're ready for the game tonight.
You're the only visiting team to win here. You won the last 3 against the Rams, including last year's semi-final. Confidence from that, or totally irrelevant?
I think we have confidence that we know we can do it. But, I mean, you know, when the ball gets thrown up, everyone has an equal chance to win, and it's a whole new game. So we know that they're going to come out. They're going to try to punch us early. We know that they're very well coached. They got a lot of experience. They got a lot of pride. So we're expecting their best effort tonight.
Just the last one quickly. No Taylor Britt and Jack Andrew to come off the bench. Does that change things for you in terms of how you want to attack?
I mean, we just still want to score more points than them. So, you know, it doesn't matter who's on the floor. We're just going to try our best to execute our game plan to the best of our ability, and hopefully things work out the way that we want them to at the end.
At its essence, it's a pretty simple game when you think of it like that. Coach Yim there with the philosophy. We see young Jake Holmes elevated into the starting lineup yet again. Casey coming second in the regular season ladder, securing home court advantage. But could they have asked for a worse matchup?
Well, maybe the Saints last night, the way they were playing. But I think when you talk about, especially without Jack Andrew available, that Sam Timmins in the middle makes things much more difficult for them. But remember that this Rams team did not have Taylor Britt when they met before as well. They were still able to find a way to play behind Walter Brown. He got those extra reps as that point guard position. So maybe the knowledge that they can do it with this lineup will pay dividends now here in the semifinals.
Walter Brown, Tamanang Cho, Jake Holmes, Rene Rougeau, and Todd Withers for the Canterbury Rams. Head coach Quentin Clinton.
Coach, semi-final basketball at home, grand final, hosting rights on the line. Doesn't get much better. How are you feeling?
No, yeah, we're excited. I mean, this is what we've worked for all season, so just looking forward to the tip-off starting and just competing.
Just on your player availability, no Taylor Britt, Jack Andrew off the bench today. You've had to deal with adversity all season long, so I suppose this is no different.
Yeah, we just get on with things and we just compete like crazy, and we let the result take care of itself.
Southland, they're the only team to come here at your new gym, Parakiore, and win. What's it going to take today?
It's just going to take 4 quarters. Like we've outworked them for 3 quarters in the last 2 games, and we just let their last 10 minutes slip. So I'm just saying, yeah, resilient, and they're going to make their runs, and can we just stay tighter and tougher as a team and play for 4 quarters.
Awesome, mate.
One addition he's been as a head coach in the NZNBL, coming towards the end of his 2nd season, Quinn Clinton. As we see the Chemist Warehouse head-to-head, Casey, between the Rams and the Sharks in 2026.
Well, there you see the first and second, or the second and third leading scorers in the competition. Both can shoot excellently from inside and outside the arc. The Sharks had a little bit of an advantage there during the regular season. But you look at those rebounds per game, despite all the efforts on the offensive glass and defensive glass, the Rams have not been able to take the win home. Will that be enough for them today against Sam Timmins? As we take a look at Caleb Asbury, the emotional fulcrum for this Southland Sharks team. He is a dynamite scorer, in particular in transition. His ball pressure is superb, and when he feels the game in the balance, he has a way of lifting his game and tipping that balance towards the Sharks.
Certainly does. He does it with no shorter attitude. And there's a Greek god, Walter Brown, and in the absence of Taylor Britt down the stretch of the season, he has been a bit of a Swiss Army knife for his hometown team.
And what an improvement for him after a season in collegiate basketball. In between last year's NBL and this year's NBL, he's lifted his scoring, his assists, his rebounding, and lifted his intelligence as a basketball player. That's going to be key today as he steps into that point forward role for this Rams squad. Can he get up to 20, 25 points and threaten that triple-double? That's what the Rams need from him in today's contest to get the dub.
Well, there's Ryan Jones, one of the Barter Card officials. He is joined by Reese Hamilton and crew chief Marty Davison, who will be running the cutter in this one in the new home of the Canterbury Rams.
Well,
oh, and there's been a change in the poll.
well, all the Sharks fans tuned in from a little bit further south, and they said, wait a minute, we don't like that. Or maybe they did see who suited up and said, might be worth going the other direction.
We are underway, and it's the Saints who control the tip. Semi-final number 2 in the NZNBL for 2026.
Could be very interesting to see where the Rams decide to attack early. Obviously, Temmin Cho, a gun, and Rene Joe off that pick and roll action. He gives up a lot of size against Timmins, but he's got that mobility that Sammy T is going to have to deal with.
Rylan Jones averaging to tick under 16 points this season, looking to get himself going early. First offensive rebound goes away. Keelan Boone puts up the corner 3.
We saw a bit of this in the last time these teams met. They fell in love with that three-point shot early, and the Rams took a lead because they were attacking the basket.
Getting right at Sam Timmins, a pretty spin move, and 4 points ahead early in this one.
Not an easy cover for Sam Timmins on Rougeau. He can shoot that 3, he can put the ball on the floor, and right now that quickness is causing him fits off the ball.
Boom! Striding down the lane, the rim grazer, and the Sharks are on the board.
That's a tough move. Picks that ball up essentially at the three-point line and gets to the rim in 2 steps. Such a gifted scorer, and he's been getting hot in the right time of the year.
Show going right at Timmins' chest and finishing the second time round. You mentioned a tough cover for Sam Timmins. Rene Rouget, who would have been gearing up for Jack Andrew, know each other well. 2 big bodies going to work, and all of a sudden, not tonight.
Not tonight. The changes up. And I think Sam enjoys matchups against the other big guys, as we see him unable to handle that pass. But it's easier for the Giants to play against other Giants. It's a little bit harder against a smaller, quicker player.
Cho tries to keep it in, but he can't. So it will be Sharks' possession. Front row fan getting an early close-up look.
I'm a little bit surprised the Sharks haven't tried to get the ball inside to Sam Timmins yet. He's had a couple of chances on the low block, but they've been satisfied with the perimeter game so far.
As Timmins trying to get a bit of space, gets a good position for the offensive ball, but it doesn't matter because Caleb Asbury drains the 3.
I love that, especially against the switch. Sam Timmins rolling hard to the basket. If Asbury misses that shot, it's essentially an assist because Timmins has great rebounding position.
Brown, good first step, finds Holmes in the corner. His 3 is off the top of the backboard. Braden Enger in there after Ryan Jones picks it up on the run. Boone, Rougeau does well to get a good hand up on Keelan Boone. Too hard on the shot, but Timmins in the right place, right time, and the finish.
And that's exactly what I was talking about in the last play. When Timmins has that great rebounding position, you can chuck up a quick one because you got the big fella down there to hoover it up. The Windex man in effect.
So the Rams go to the low block through Todd Withers, and there's the first foul on Caleb Asbury.
Haven't had a lot to say about Todd Withers yet, but he's a guy that I think can lift his game and lift his influence on this contest. He's got the championship pedigree. He's been an all-league player quality in this league previously. The heights of his statistics not up that high this year, but at times his influence can be. The way he shoots the basketball, and today with that size advantage, I'd like to see him attack the paint much like he did there.
Makes his first free throw. Averaging 12.5 points, 5.5 rebounds is Withers in 2026. Tremendous success at the Otago Nuggets, of course. Timmins sets the screen. Jones finds a lot of space. Opts for the pass, and what an option it was as Braden Inger does the rest. The 3 from the wing.
Beautiful move by Jones there. A little in and out, crash the paint. Everybody collapses, and Inger is just waiting for it on the perimeter.
Asbury picks the pocket. And the Sharks will look to go again. Add to their 2-point lead. Inger up against young Jake Holmes. Backs him down. Turnaround jumpers off to the right. Brown comes to help out and comes down with a rebound.
And it's more than help when he gets the catch in the post. Those helps on those rebounds as well. And how about Rene Rougeau, 3rd bucket of the quarter, and he sees blood in the water, much like a shark would when Sam Timmins is in front of him when he's got the ball off the bounce.
He is averaging 9 points a game this season, Rene Rougeau. Granted, he's not normally in the starting 5,
This dude's a champ, though. He's got a winning pedigree. He's won so many times in Finland. This is what he's here for, playoff basketball. He's accepted a lesser role throughout the season, but come the time that counts, look at what he's doing to the cup, attacks the rim with the left, putting pressure on Sam Timmons to move those feet as a defender.
6 of the 10 points for the Rams belong to Rene Rougeau. Ryan Jones getting in the way of the play from the bench. Tobias Cameron into the game. Timmons, oh, beautiful baby hit from mid-range.
Walter Brown trying to guard him there. Difficult cover. Timmons is going to be able to get wherever he wants, and if he can go to that fadeaway from that range, an impossible cover.
Brown driving at Timmons does enough to affect the shot, but Rougeau with the offensive board. Cameron on him, the immensely strong Tobias Cameron. Overly physical there and called for the foul.
Well, an impressive offensive rebound once again. Tobias Cameron, a fantastically physical guard, but that is a tough cover for him down low. The whistle before the shot, so we'll be going out of bounds from the baseline here.
Walter Brown, mid-range jumper from the inbound is good.
I'd love to see Walter Brown come out aggressive offensively, comes off that screen, lots of space, and an easy finish for the wing. Yaka Kate there gets a little bit of handsy with Mr. Asbury.
Asbury. Rougeau switches onto him. As Timmons hands it off, Cameron 4 on the shot clock. Asbury elevates from 3. Beautiful looking jump shot, and he gets all 3 of them.
If you're the Rams, you're pretty happy with that defense. Made him use the whole clock and kept him outside the three-point line, but it doesn't matter when you hit it like that. Jack Andrew
See
looks
in the
like
background, the Twizel kid, Jack Andrew, looming across the sideline, ready to come into the game.
Well, the jumpers are flying fast here. We've got Nick Bewley with a little bit of an update for us. What do you got for us, Nick?
Yeah, Casey, as I mentioned pre-game, Jack Andrew was listed questionable due to illness, but it's been a knee issue as Keelan Boone rises. A knee issue since the last game against Franklin. My understanding is hasn't really trained all that much. Went to shoot around on Friday. He wasn't there, but the Twizel kid, as Hugh Bainham's coined him, is about to check in. So fascinating to see at what sort of percentage in terms of effectiveness Jack Andrew is tonight.
Yeah, thanks, Nick. Ready to come on as we a couple of beautiful plays there from both teams. Playoff basketball it is. Ryan Jones left wide open. Yaka Kate busy with his assignment under the hoop, and Ryan Jones takes full advantage.
Tobias Cameron there, the box out almost turns into a screen, but how about the shot making earlier in this game? Both teams shooting fantastically over 60% and putting a lot of pressure on defenses. I love Jack Andrew coming in to check in, even if he's not full strength, just the size of his body coming in and banging against Sam Timmons for a little bit tires him out. So I'm not sure how much of an impact he's going to be able to have, but as long as he's out there leaning on him, as we see Sam Timmons and Jack Andrew talking to each other about how it's going, as long as he's putting the effort in, it's going to have a positive effect for the Rams.
Miller Newton off the bench and straight to the Chemist Warehouse line. Yeah, that knee heavily strapped on Jack Andrew. Second one rattles around and drops for young Miller Newton. And with 4 minutes to go in this first quarter, it has a slender 1-point lead to the Southland Sharks. The winner will host the Wellington Saints in the NZNBL Grand Final next Sunday. Here's Asbury driving at Andrew. Cooper in the corner. 3-ball jumps and gets the friendly bounce.
4 for 7 from behind the arc. The Sharks, who average 15 threes a game in this matchup against the Rams this season, well on their way to that with this early flurry from deep.
To Cooper, the Northlander, playing for Southland, comes away with it as Todd Withers responds with a nice drive and a layup at the other end.
Withers and Rougeau bringing a lot of the offensive attack early. The pair have combined for 13 of the Rams' 20 so far.
Into the 2-3 zone go the Rams. Cameron, aggressive drive, draws the foul. will go to the line for one more.
What a pickup Tobias Cameron has been for this team. You know, Coach Yim, the Southland Sharks franchise, we're adamant about trying to come back after this. We see the second personal foul picked up on Ihaka Kate there, but you know, they bring in Max Darling, who unfortunately hasn't worked out. He's had injuries all season long. They've been able to make up for his loss, but I think one of the reasons is the toughness of this player. Tobias Cameron, fantastic defensively, aggressive offensively, and that third option on the perimeter that they really didn't have a season ago when they lost in the finals. They're hoping he's going to be a difference maker this time around.
Withers, three ball gets it to go. And Todd Withers, who's second along nicely for the Canterbury Rams. He's got 7.
Well, you don't want to see him hot like that early if you're a Sharks fan, because once his eye is in, it does not come off.
Jones mismatch. Here's Jack Andrew. Gets away with a slide there, but still finds Braden Inga for the corner 3.
Well, huge shot there as we get a timeout to the Rams. Right now, early, every single time Jack Andrews caught in the switch, they're attacking him off the dribble. They're flattening out and giving that driver space. When that defense sags, that's when they're finding shooters. That time, it was Rylan Jones hitting it to Braden Inger in the corner, who drains his second triple of the ball game. And the Sharks team already 5 for 8 from deep for 62%.
Good, like going at Simmons, like 2 versus ice, good, like dive. Good pop effort here as well.
Well, Taylor Britt running the cutter in that timeout until Quinn Clinton comes in.
Hey, just remind us, okay, on Jones's penetration. He's not finishing at the rim. He's just trying to sprout for threes. You guys can fan back, okay? Asprey, just early walls, then get ready to build out. You got to decide if you're going to play this game. Like, you got a fucking guard right now. Keep it in front, okay? Hey, offensively, keep attacking Timmins on that ice. Once they jump, dive in the gap, or you got the pop. Okay, guard probe. Hey, if it's zone right here, we're backing over. If it's man-to-man, let's get to a flow snap. All right, here we go.
Apologies for some colourful language for a Sunday afternoon, but hey, it's the playoffs.
Hey, if you're not dropping a bomb here or there, I don't know how much these coaches really want it, but of course, apologies. It does get a little cheesy in there, but it doesn't get more cheesy than on a large Sal's Pizza, $30. Sal's Playoff 26 is the online code, valid until Saturday, the 8th of August. And not speaking of cheesy, but we'll throw it to my man Nick Bewley on the sideline, who's got some words for us now.
Yeah, Casey, just listening into the Sharks timeout there, Coach Jonathan Yim, very happy with the offense. Of course, he should be. 28 points with 2.5 to go in the first quarter, but not so happy defensively, although that'll please him, that Braden Inger turnover and coast to coast the other way. But was just actually talking about spacing and that zone defense. So whether that's an adjustment there, he's got to be happy at least how they've come out with the intensity after the timeout.
Yeah, this is the Sharks team that really thrived on turnovers and points off them in their regular season matchup, outscoring the Rams 20-14 across the 2 games, and picking up right where they went off after these couple of plays here. 3 seconds in the key call, forcing another turnover there.
Davison quick with the 3 in the key on Jack Andrew. So another win for the Sharks, another stop for the Sharks, a 7-point lead as we approach the 2-minute mark in the first quarter.
What a finish to this quarter for the Sharks. Still 2 minutes left, and they've already got 30 points. We knew 3-point shooting was going to be a key for them, but we did not know they would find the space from deep like this in the opening term.
5 for 8 from beyond the arc as Withers pulls the chair on Sam Timmins, and he takes a seat on the floor. Looking to capitalise with a man advantage, and it ends in a foul from Tukaha Cooper.
Beautiful extra passing there. You know, Withers could have forced the shot immediately. Instead, he tosses it down to Jack Andrew. The closeout comes. He makes the extra pass to Temening Joe, and now he's off to the Chemist Warehouse stripe for a couple of attempts. Withers doing it on both ends. He's got 7 points on 66% shooting from the field, but a fantastic steal against Sam Timmins on that last possession, making him guess, move around, jumping around to get that steal. Gonna have to stay active and mobile to guard Timmins in the post today, giving up the size when Andrew's not on him.
Try misses the second. He's Braden Inga, who's got 8 points for the Sharks so far in this one. Minute 30 to go in the first quarter. Deep three from Tobias Cameron, looking to get in on the act. Offensive rebound, Sam Timmins. Reset through Jones. Here's Inga Withers doing a great job to stay in front of him, but commits a foul.
Oh, I thought that was pretty good D from this angle. The officiating crew, Ryan Jones in particular, had a different angle. So it seemed really nicely done by Todd Withers to close out and stay tight to Braden Inga, who's off to a hot start himself. 8 points, leading scorer in the contest for the Sharks. Don't want to give him any more open looks after watching him hit his first 2 attempts.
Ryan Jones has got to get it in. He does. Tukaha Cooper scrambling across the baseline, finding Tobias Cameron. Can't finish after the drive, but will remain Sharks' possession.
Excellent use of the up fake by Tobias Cameron there to get by Todd Withers, and then gets inside. Doesn't get that shot. Him and Withers get tangled up. Off the weak side. Would have been another Sam Timmins offensive rebound, but Cho comes out to help.
Again, Jones takes his time in the inbound, finding Braden Inga under duress by Rene Rougeau into Timmins. And here is our first real look at Timmins v. Andrew tonight. They've battled many times before, and Andrew comes away with a win on that one, or does he? Because Tobias Cameron nuggets his way in there for the offensive ball, and Tukaha Cooper drains the 3.
This has been a tough couple of minutes for the Rams. They've gotten the initial stop, but those second chance opportunities, this time 2 offensive rebounds, first as a team and the second by Tobias Cameron, leads to another 3. 6 for the Sharks so far.
Walter Brown off with his 3. Sharks look to push the pace. Here's Timmins. Leaves it behind for Jones. Head fake from Ryland Jones. Finds Cooper. That one doesn't drop. Elevating high for the rebound. There's Tamanang Cho. Give and go with Braden Inga.
Self-pass. Always good to have it come back. Had the mismatch, but looking for the last shot of the quarter now that they haven't gotten a quick one. Good job by the bench to let them know the clock situation.
6 seconds to go in this first quarter. Oh, just
quick
takes it away, Ryan Jones. Puts up the half quarter, leaves it short. First quarter in the books in semi-final 2 for the NZNBL 2026. And Jonathan Yim is pumped up, and as well he should be. The Southland Sharks lead the Canterbury Rams 33-24 after 10 minutes. We'll be back with the second half after the break here on Sky Sport. Well, welcome back. 33-24. The Southland Sharks lead the Canterbury Rams after one quarter here in Parakiori. Hugh Baden here alongside Casey Frank. And Casey, how have they done it?
Well, it's been first by the possession game. 5 offensive rebounds on 9 misses, combined with forcing 4 turnovers. That's meant 8 more shots than the Rams here in the opening quarter.
Well, we can hear from Coach John Yim, and you'll be pretty happy, Coach, with that first quarter. And the start to that second quarter. You got me there, coach? You got us, John? He has not got us, but I tell you, he'll be pretty happy with that first quarter and that start to the second quarter. We have a three-pointer. We might come back to him if we can get that sorted. Meanwhile, Walter Brown elevates and cops the foul from Tobias Cameron, and will go to the line to shoot two.
Well, he's going to be off to the line, and I think it's going to come down to Walter Brown, Temening Cho, Rene Rougeau, and Todd Withers attacking the cup with reckless abandon. They have to put pressure on this back line. They have to force themselves into the pocket of the Sharks, who so far have kept the Rams at arm's length. They gave up 24 points, but because of the pace with which the Sharks are playing, and that really isn't too much.
Relatively quiet first quarter from Walter Brown. I think that was been a deliberate point of emphasis for the Sharks throughout the week.
Well, it certainly would be. I mean, I think everyone thought that Taylor Britton was playing was a possibility. But one thing for the Sharks is that they understood that Walter Brown was going to be playing this. That he's done a lot of it this season, so he should be pretty familiar with it. A little zone from the Rams here.
Asprey just drains a three anyway, a deep three at that.
There was good extension in the zone. Walter Brown's well outside that three-point line, but the Sharks team is locked in 57% from behind the line on their 8 makes from deep.
Ken Brown responding kind over Braden Inger's extended hand, not this time.
Just tough for the Rams to find buckets. Everything's easy for the Sharks right now, and everything for the Rams is a struggle.
To Kaha Cooper, to Braden Inger. Here's one, bounces around, and as it does, we'll head over to Nick Bewley.
Yeah, guys, I was just listening into the Rams huddle, Coach Quinn Clinton at the quarter break. Of course, you know, they don't want to be down by 14, but he says, hey, we're okay. Sharks have made some shots, particularly from 3. They're 8 of 13. Although he's going to call another timeout now, so perhaps not happy with the second quarter intensity, but law of averages, at least for him, suggest these threes won't keep falling, but something's got to give now, down by 16 before it gets beyond insurmountable.
Yeah, I feel like that message might change after a little start to this one. But they're going to have to do a better job on the perimeter. Beautiful move by Tobias Cameron. The show, Walter Brown goes and then gets the finish. But right now, the offensive balance for the Sharks is tremendous. 12 for Asbury. Overall, he's the only player in double figures for either team, but the shooting, 8 for 14 from beyond the arc. 61% from the field overall for the Sharks right now. And it's not bad for the Rams. They're hitting 60% of it, but it's the turnovers. They've got 5 turnovers. They've given up 6 offensive rebounds. That possession game is becoming a problem.
It could be a tough one, can't it, when everything seems to just be dropping for the other team, not for your team, and you keep telling yourself, surely it'll change at some point, and then it doesn't for another few minutes, and that could be the give and go of the game. And there's the grand final coming your way next Sunday from 2:30 on Sky Sport 2. The winner of this one up against the Wellington Saints, who are looking to go back-to-back and make it championship number 21.
Only 14. Only 14. They've been in about 25 title games, but
they are a phenomenal juggernaut in the Southland NBL and the history of the NBL. We can go back to Nick Bewley. Nick, what have you got for us?
Just a quick summation from the Sharks huddle at that timeout. We all know Sharks, when they smell blood, they go for the kill. That was pretty much the message from Coach Jonathan Yim. We have them where we want them, up 16. Let's now go for the kill. I'm fascinated to see this next couple of minutes.
Well, we saw some of this yesterday from the Saints against the Tuatara, where they had the opportunity to put the foot down, and they put it right on that neck, and they cut off all oxygen going forward. Can the Sharks do the same thing and just take the air out of this building, which they already have done so to a high degree?
It was the travelling team yesterday that brought the pain, and it has been the same so far this evening. Another offensive rebound. Caleb Asprey with the beautiful handles, but goes out of bounds off his leg, according to Ryan Jones, so Rams possession.
Oh, lovely hand by Rougeau there. He gets it in at the right time. Look at this from behind, no chance, and perfect call. Right off the ball, right off the leg. Well done by Rougeau, beaten on the play, but he doesn't give up on it.
What can the Rams conjure up? Here's Rougeau, had a strong start to the game, and there's another nice spin move and finish over Sam Timmins.
It's been fantastic, but right now the Rams are trading 2s for 3s. There needs to be a better level of defense outside this three-point arc.
Boone. No screen. Shoots it over top with his extended hand, and it goes down again. The Southland Sharks are on fire from deep.
It's not a bad shot as Holmes takes it right to the bucket once again. Trading 3s for 2s. 9 for 15 for the Sharks. They average 15 a game against the Rams in the regular season. They are going to blow by that with the way they're shooting right now.
And to put it in perspective, as we get a steal here from Cho, finding Walter Brown, how dearly the Rams needed that one from Walter Brown.
Nice sign there for Walter Brown, hitting his first from deep in 3 attempts. He's up to 8 points now, and those easy transition buckets are going to be key moving forward.
And the Sharks, to put it in perspective, have made more threes than the Rams have taken so far. 9 of 15. Here's Rylan Jones, that scoops it up towards the rafters. Doesn't get it to drop, and Walter Brown swats it out of bounds.
Another second chance opportunity. Sam Timmons picks up offensive rebound number 3, but that's 7 overall for the Sharks. They've missed 14 shots. They've gotten half of those back. And that is just not sustainable if the Rams want a chance to win this game.
That's great. Hair flying everywhere. And Rougeau called for the foul. The Rams wanted to travel.
Love the determination by Asbury. Denied a couple of times, but keeps going. Rougeau does well. I mean, not a lot of contact created a little bit by Asbury, but Rougeau not in great position defensively, so the benefit of the doubt goes to the offense there.
Timeout from Coach Jim. Wants to talk it over.
Well, and with 6.5 left, 44 points, a huge scoreline for the Sharks right now.
They can't fuck with us, okay? No, they can't. So what are they trying to do? They're trying to muck up the game. They're trying to get in our heads, right? They're trying to get us to be disjointed, right? Trying to get us to play outside of our game. That's where we got to have the discipline now to understand what's going on. One of the bullet points that we had was, we know that they're going to be physical. We know a certain way, right? We got to be able to maintain and keep our composure the entire time, okay? They have to do that. They have nothing else that they can go to. So we have to stay calm, execute, okay? It's not a one-on-one game. It's not a me versus the ref game, right? It's a Sharks versus Rams game. Execute. They can't stay with us. Come on, here we go.
That's a pretty clear message from Coach Yim.
He keeps it straight. That's why I'm a little bit unfortunate we didn't have had that technical difficulty. We can get the interview with him because he says it how it is, and this is what it's like right now. You're up 12. Personally, I think even this depleted Rams team has the ability to stick with the Sharks, but a lot of that is of the Sharks' own doing. When we've seen the Sharks lose games, it's not just because of what the opposition is doing to them, but it's because the Sharks go away from who they are. They're aggressive, they're free-flowing, and they gotta let that ball fly with reckless abandon.
Asbury misses the first. Coach in with the long sleeves tonight. And the cardigan or the sweater, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, the Argyle pattern instead of the vest.
Tank top? Yeah.
You know, it's a little cold down there. Can't have the guns out. You got to layer up. Layer up and coordinate.
Seen some beautiful replicas from Sharks fans of Coach Yim's sweater choices. Rougeau affects the steal. There's the behind though. Asbury's there through the contact, can't finish, and Cho goes, let's tighten it up, shall we? Kate to his left, Brown to his right, in contest from Jones, and it's up Walter Brown, draining the 3 from the wing.
Love to see Walter Brown this aggressive. He's got to play with this level of looseness and freedom moving forward, and the Rams might just be in it with a chance going forward.
Rougeau getting very handsy with Sam Timmons. No whistle yet, and there it is. Just for the foul.
Just his second foul of the game, and he's going to get some of those. He's given up a lot of size, and he's going to have to play with that level of physicality. But Timmons does the right thing there, as we see an 8-0 run by the Rams, gets them back under 10 points. Rougeau's going to have to stay with that level of aggression. Jake Holmes checking in now as Rougeau heads to the bench with his second personal. Ihaka Kate also sitting with 2 for the Sharks. Just Tobias Cameron with 2 fouls so far.
For all the dominance of the Sharks so far in this game, 60% from beyond the arc. Hey, Casey, it's a 9-point game, and we're not even midway through the second quarter.
And the Rams can certainly look at things and say, hey, we just need to do a better job on that perimeter. You look at the Rams offense, the Sharks can't stop them from getting what they want. The Rams are shooting 68.5% right now. Whatever they're doing offensively, if not turning over the basketball, is working well.
Yeah, when they actually take a shot instead of giving the ball away, it's going well for them. Here's Ihaka Kate just staying in bounds, leaving the 3-ball short. Walter Brown scampers after it, but out of bounds he goes.
Well, I thought, oh, that's going to be a delay of game there on Walter Brown, who didn't like the whistle because you got to pass it to the ref. You can't just, when you leave it over there, you're rubbing a little bit of salt in that wound. You're just saying, oh, you want it? Come get it. And probably, I think if it was someone with a higher temper, it might have been a technical.
Cho does enough to force Canterbury wide. He misses his layup. And here is Cho the other way. Picked up his dribble. Beautiful handle. Jake Holmes a little off to the left. Brown and Kate combine for the offensive board.
Heard Quinn Clinton challenge Ihaka Kate a little bit earlier. He's coming off well, gotten a couple of hands to offensive rebounds.
Jones skipping to his right. 3 doesn't drop. Withers comes away with it. And there is a contest on the boards, and the Rams have stepped up their energy in that regard.
Yeah, they've lifted their rebounding as a collective. Those perimeter players are doing a better job of crashing and coming in. Asbury is
everywhere on that perimeter D.
They're doing a really interesting thing. They're letting that cutter go through and letting the back line defend that. And that that perimeter defender is jumping that next passing lane and really doing a nice job of reading the eyeballs. The Sharks team's not connected in a traditional man-to-man sense right now. It's almost an amoeba that's accepting everything and filling spaces instead.
Cho smothered by Tobias Cameron.
Rams need more backdoor cuts from those strong side wings. Right now, you can see Keelan Boone, Caleb Asbury, they're watching the ball. Pass fake, back cut. Use their own aggression against them if you're the Rams passing team right now.
Jack Andrew back into the game for the Rams. Here he is. Straight into a 3-ball. Big Jack drains the 3.
Well, we could tell he was under the weather when pregame. We didn't see him post up. All he was doing was shooting trade balls, but that sets it up for shots like that. Travel.
There's a travel after Tobias Cameron was waiting for a whistle that didn't come either way.
Well, when he had that contact and he didn't get it, he wanted to keep going and get the shot, but he was just in that in-between area where you don't quite want to pull it up and you can't take that extra step. Timeout here to discuss things as this game is close to 6. What a run here. It's been almost 3 minutes since the Sharks last scored. You heard Coach Yim saying that they can't mess with us right now. Well, guess what, Coach? They can mess with you a little bit.
A 6-0 run for the Rams in the last 2 minutes, and it's been 2 minutes 54 since that man's team got a bucket. We talk about Jack Andrew shooting that 3. We saw him warming up individually, but when the team warmed up, he was nowhere to be seen in the last warm-up. He's been ill all week, maybe. I don't know, maybe he was having one last evacuation
before
he got back out there. But
we don't know what kind of ill. It could have been a head cold.
Speculating.
Well, it's true. That does discombobulate you a little bit as a defense. Who am I going to guard? I know it's not going to be this guy. Is it going to be this guy? Well, all that said, the Sharks came out and they were dominant for the first 12.5 minutes of this game. But in the last few minutes, we've seen that shift the other way.
Get the QR code on your screen. Grab your memberships for the Tuihi Basketball Aotearoa. Schedule is out, and it is looking exciting. Starting in September.
Exclusive offers on offer this weekend. You have to get in quick. Scan that QR code because the deals that are here until the end of the NZNBL season will not be here for long.
Back underway after the Sharks timeout. Walter Brown has come to life. Jack Andrew, who just hit his first 3, can't connect on the second. The Rams think that Keelan Boone might have stood out of bounds there. Ryan Jones. Looks like he might have run into Sam Timmins there, but I think
he did, but the defender shoved Sam out of the way into that. Now, it's going to be interesting to see what they say and what kind of foul this is, because here's Jack Andrew. I didn't think Andrew's activity was that bad To me, that's not a foul on Jack Andrews. He's fighting for position. They're arm fighting. And Ryland Jones just runs right into Sam Timmons. So my preference would be that Jack Andrews doesn't get a foul there, but the arm is high. There is some contact. We'll see what the officials do speak to after they speak to Coach Ian.
Okay, perfect.
Mike Davison has the call.
Sounds like a no call.
5 down, Seattle.
Just redo it.
5 down.
It sounds like a no call. So
Seattle.
Ryan Jones just explaining it to both sets of fans. Yep, so there's this baseline ball for the Southland Sharks.
I like the no call. I think possibly the Rams a little hard done there because they could have had possession, but I don't know why Cooper didn't shoot that ball.
He was almost as surprised as anyone at how open he was under the hoop. Jack Holmes with a good defensive rebound. And the Rams have a chance to trim into this 8-point deficit. Brown driving in an absolute school of Sharks, but can't finish. Here's Cameron just coolly bringing it down to the floor. He misses. Walter Brown with a little rugby shovel pass over to Cho. Holmes from the wing. That one's off. Kate scrambles after it. Holmes might go again. This time he puts the ball on the floor. Backdoor pass to Andrew. And Jack Andrew will go to the line to shoot two. Sam Timmons, the culprit.
And the pace has quickened as the Rams have just picked up their intensity. We're seeing better work on the interior passing. Andrew gets the benefit of the doubt there, and he's going to be heading to the Chemist Warehouse stripe. Sam Timmons heads to the bench with his first personal foul. A little surprised that Sam Timmons hasn't been able to impose his will on this game a little bit more. 4 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist up to this point. Sharks have been pretty happy to settle for the perimeter game that the Rams are giving them.
Just 3 shots from the floor for Timmons so far. In his 15 minutes. Jones looking for an option. Finding the option in Canterbury. Inga for 3. And those threes that were dropping in the first quarter, not so much in the second for the Sharks. 3 minutes to go in this second quarter.
Does that end up being a player control foul on Jake Holmes there? Unfortunate, just, or is that E-Hockey Kate? Not sure where the whistle is called.
No, it was called on Holmes.
Oh, there you go. It's
probably,
banging into Inger. And an opportunity goes to their fingers there. Had numbers. Holmes just a little bit too aggressive and pays the price for it. The Sharks shot really well from the free throw line against the Rams during the regular season. 86%, 24 of 28 attempts per game. But today, that's just 1 for 7. Or sorry, now 2 for 7 with that make it just over 20%.
They lead by 8. Cho, pass fake gets it to Asprey, but the 3 ball doesn't follow.
Cho hasn't found a lot of space out there. They've done a nice job of sagging into those driving lanes when he has the ball in hand.
A Beatlemania coming from the Pallacanestro crowd. Here's Cooper.
It's got to be Rambo somewhere.
Oh, one of the great mascots, Rambo. It's going to be Rambo's position. Cho charged with a good defense, and Tukaha Cooper can't quite believe it. Neither can Coach Yim.
Timothy Cho's been a fantastic all-around player. Look at the ball in the hand. Well done. I think that's a good call. Yeah, there's a little bit of hand there, but with that ball, I like the NBA styles. You get the ball, you get a little bit of a free pass.
Around the Andrew screen. Here's Rougeau. Had a smart start to the game. Looking for passing to Jack Andrew. Andrew and the Title kid does the rest. To the line for 1 more.
A little bit surprised about this lineup for the Sharks right now. I'd have Timmons in there. Jack Andrew, he's fatigued. He's not going to be able to outwork Sam Timmons in his size. But what he can do is post up smaller guards inside. And if he's going to be able to put a guard on him, he can just seal, get that catch, and get that finish. Jack Andrew, the biggest player on the court right now, and he has acted like it. Timmons with just the one foul, and he does check back into the ball game now as Jack Andrews' influence down low requires the big fella to come back in and make his presence felt. Jack Andrews not feeling well, but 6 points, 1 assist, 1 rebound.
Half the minutes that Timmons has played. Timmons in rude health. Just 3 points so far and just 3 attempts for the Sharks captain. Asprey slings it over to Boone, looking for Timmons inside. Brown comes away with it. Oh, here's Jack Andrew. With patience from Jack Andrew and the two-handed slam.
Oh, what a find by Walter Brown in this 1-2-2 zone, or almost a 3-2 of the Rams, really giving the Sharks some problems now. The opportunity is on the low post in the corner, and that's where they finally get the ball to.
Jones to Boone, 3-ball. That doesn't go either.
9 for 15 at one point. They've missed their last 4 from deep. They're cooling off just a bit from the perimeter.
Choke back to Andrew. A turnover, another one from the Rams on the perimeter.
Double-digit turnovers for the Rams now. Asbury gives it back, stepping on the sideline. 11 turnovers for the Rams, 7 for the Sharks. Neither team being as judicious with the basketball as they need to be.
Four-point game here. A minute to go in this second quarter. Walter Brown, deep 3. Leaves it short.
I like the play, I like the look, and Walter Brown needs to stay aggressive. That's a decent look for him as we've got 48 seconds left in the quarter before we head to halftime, and Todd Withers limping over to the sideline is a foreboding sign for Rams fans. They've done so well without Taylor Britt with the under-the-weather Jack Andrew. But if Todd Withers is not available, the equation suddenly shifts.
So they'll use a fair bit of tape budget there on Withers' ankle. We'll get an update from Nick Bury shortly, I'm sure. Is there a foul on the floor?
Sam Timmons doesn't get an offensive rebound there as we see Todd Withers being worked on. But Sam Timmons does get an offensive rebound as we head to Nick Bury on the sideline with an update.
Yeah, just a quick update, guys, and potentially good news to the Rams. Just cramp for Todd Withers in the right calf. The pickle juice is out. You just got to swirl it and hope for the best.
Todd Withers has missed a little bit of time as of late with some personal business. Hasn't been with the team, and stepping into finals basketball is a tough ask on the body. The one worry, especially when you're older, is cramps can set you up for tears. So when that calf starts to cramp up, it does put you in danger of that. Have to smash that pickle juice to make sure you're safe.
Loud rebound from Andrew on the Timmons miss of the second free throw. 30 seconds to go in this first half. Cho in a bit of trouble. Timmons in front of him, gets out of it nicely to Rougeau. Back to Holmes, catch and shoot for Jake Holmes, in and out. And a good box out from Rylan Jones on Jack Andrew.
Jake Holmes has had 4 great looks from deep. Has unfortunately come up with the goose egg so far. But those are good shots the Rams are willing for him to take.
Jones, blocked by Rougeau right at the rim.
Player timeout called. Heads up play there by Walter Brown, understanding that you can't get a great shot off with 4 seconds, but you can get a good one with 3 in the half court. And it gives us a chance to say thanks to BNZ, because we don't have any more tickets to the big game, but we did get 6,600 fans to the sideline this year at Sal's NBL games, all thanks to BNZ. Community groups, sports groups, church groups, every other kind of group came through and watched some of the best basketball in the country. Thanks, BNZ.
Andrew back to Brown, big screen, an illegal one though. A 3-ball was well short either way, but Andrew call for the illegal screen. Foul number 3 on Jack Andrew to finish the first half.
That's tough. A player control foul. So it's not going to be free throws, but it will give the Sharks the opportunity to call a BNZ player timeout coming the other way. And Jack Andrew, on that handoff, the work is done. The advantage has already been created with the fast cut. Didn't need to drop that shoulder, but sometimes when you're setting a screen on a smaller player like Jones, a little bit of contact looks a bit more fearsome than it actually was. 1.5 left here in the quarter. You got Sam Timmons at the rim. Boone is a player who can play above the rim, but of course, outside of Sam Timmons, everyone else has the catch and shoot ability. And I'll give it to Sam Timmons.
Asprey to inbound. Timmons looking for position, gets it.
Nice play.
Pass is a good one, the shot is a tough one. And that'll do us for the first half of action. Well, at one point, the Sharks led by 17. They do still lead at halftime, but it's now only by 5 as the Rams have worked out a way back into this game. And they trail 48-43 at halftime.
Well, they've closed the gap slightly on the three-point line. They did a better job rebounding. Still too many turnovers, but they started to force a few more of their own, make it a little bit easier. Let's shoot it over to Nick Bewley, who's sitting with Braden Inger right now.
Yeah, got Braden Inger with me. Halftime, Sharks up by 5, but you did lead by as many as 17. What's your sort of summation of that first half?
You know, like, they're a top quality team, so we let the foot off the gas and they came straight back into it. So we just got to come out in the second half and do what we did in the first, really. They just can't. Oh, you go.
We saw the three-point shooting. I think you made 9 of your first 15. You've got to keep doing that and just hope that those shots keep falling.
Yeah, well, it's not hope. We know that they can go in. It's the more fact that, like, that's what they came out and took away in the second quarter. So it's more just finding the next thing that's going to work, and everyone just got to step up, really.
Good luck for the second half as we bring in Rene Rougeau. Rene, it's been a big ask for you with Jack Andrew battling that knee issue. What are you most pleased about, particularly on the defensive end, after the Sharks got off to such a hot start?
Well, first off, credit to them. They're making a lot of tough threes, but we just got to keep playing, working hard. Very happy with how we got back in this game. It's anyone's game again, and it's just a matter of those offensive rebounds. And it's not just me, but it's taking the whole team. Tomine, Todd, Walter, Jake, Ihaka, everyone just fighting. Jack giving us all he can. The young guys as well. So it just takes it's going to take everybody.
Go join your team and good luck for the second half.
And it's going to continue to take everybody in the second half as the Rams trail on their home court 48-43 to the Southland Sharks. We've got the Chemist Warehouse stats and analysis coming your way after the break on Sky Sport. Welcome back. We are deep inside Parakiori Recreation and Sports Centre. John Yim, and if you think he looks a little tense, that's because a 17-point lead to his Southland Sharks has diminished to a 5-point lead over the second quarter. Meanwhile, the Rams and Quinn Clinton have found a way to get back into this game. Hugh Baden here alongside Casey Frank, and Casey, Walter Brown and Rene Rougeau have been a big part of getting back into it.
Most definitely, Rene Rougeau, the way he started the game, really gave that energy to the Rams early. He's 5 for 5 from the field, did fantastically to get things going. But then Walter Brown started getting aggressive, especially from behind the arc. He started looking a little bit more and getting things going. But let's start with the highlights of Rene Rougeau and how he was getting to the cup early. As you see, he gets the ball up high, just attacking Sam Timmons. 11 points, 2 assists, 3 rebounds, putting the ball on the floor in transition. And you can tell it was a focus of the Rams. And if Sam Timmons is going to be guarding you, you have to attack. If he stays back, shoot the triple. If he comes up, go to it. Defensively, 2 blocks, fantastic at the rim. And his presence and his efficiency in particular, key to the Rams being able to stay within touch distance.
And meanwhile, for the Southland Sharks, as he has done all season, Caleb Asbury, the focal point offensively.
Well, he is letting the game come to him, just the 8 shots, but it's the timing of the big ones he was hitting. And when he was getting involved is when they went on that big run and looked like they were about to blow things out. The shooting from deep is so key. Not just Asbury, but so many other players. But of course, Asbury 2 for 5, 11 points. He's also got 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and a block. Or I think I'm looking at the wrong stat line, but still doing really well. Asbury 15 points, 2 assists. And taking a look overall, look at the shooting from beyond the arc for the Sharks. They were 9 for 15 at one point, missed their last 5 from deep. The Rams over 50% from the field, fantastic, but they need to keep that 3-point volume close to what the Sharks are doing. The Rams did a nice job of getting back on the glass and starting to contain that offensive rebounding. A lot of those 10 rebounds were done early, but they have to take a better care of the basketball. 12 turnovers in the first half.
On the line in this one, the chance to host the NZNBL Grand Final for 2026. The Wellington Saints are waiting, hovering over what flights are they booking for next weekend, next Sunday from 2:30 p.m. on Sky Sport 2. The winner of this one against the Wellington Saints. Third quarter after the break on Sky Sports. Third quarter, just moments away here in Ototahi, Christchurch, and those Sharks fans a little bit more nervous than they were at the end of the first quarter. Casey Frank, as a big lead, has been eaten into by the Rams as we see how the Sharks have made their shots so far in this one.
Yeah, they've cooled down quite a bit from their early highs where they were shooting almost 60% from deep, now just 42% overall. And with 7.5 minutes left in that second quarter, the Sharks had 44 points, only able to score 4 points the rest of the way. And the Rams using that to their advantage, working their way back in. Not quite the accuracy from deep, just 31% from there, but overall, doing such a nice job attacking the basket and finding their space they needed, not just at the rim, but in the mid-range as well.
Neither team shooting very well from the free throw line. The Rams at 54%, Sharks at 33%. It's a beautiful move, get us underway. Tamana Cho coming up with the 2 points for the Rams.
And there's that backdoor I was asking for in this first half. Well, as aggressive as the Sharks are, the way they're walking with basketball, I think a few more of those would take some away some of that defensive aggressiveness.
The Sharks are going to try and get Sam Timmins involved, but René Rougeau says that pass is not going into him. Walter Brown almost loses it, but they regather.
Exactly how he drew it up. Kick it around a couple of times and then pull up.
There's Cho. Don't mind that mismatch, and he draws a foul off Timmins.
Timmins stays tight, forcing him to drive there, but picks up the second personal with the reach. René Rougeau has just been so impactful. Hasn't missed a shot yet, 11 points. Picks up his second steal there. Just every aspect of the box score he's got a finger in.
Brown. They left him alone, and he makes them pay with a three.
Walter Brown come to play, 14 points now, 50% from beyond the arc. The aggressive eye shooting the basketball needs to keep up.
And he ties the game up, 48 apiece. They trailed by 17. Asbury looking to fire that with three of his own. He does just that, as he has done all season, Caleb Asbury.
To be honest, I didn't love the shot. I saw Sam Timmins underneath with Cho, and I thought maybe it should have gone in, but that's Caleb Asbury. He's going to let it fly, and he drops that one down.
Cho tucks it under his arm, goes right at Asbury.
Oh, just tweaked the ankle there. Hopefully not too bad, but a good, strong move. Uses his size. He's got some great size for a guard. He's using it to get his way in the paint.
Asbury. Ryan Jones just keeps that from going out of bounds and then throws it out of bounds himself.
Just a bad decision on the pass of the big man. You don't want that kind of bounce pass to a big. He's got a guard on him. Throw it high to that outstretched hand. Let him go meet it. The angle with the bounce pass is off, and it ends up in a turnover, the 9th of the game for the Sharks.
Cho just moving a little bit gingerly after falling awkwardly on that ankle. Finds René Rougeau, leaves that short.
First miss of the game for Rougeau, but a better challenge from Sam Timmins. Still expecting the drive, but not letting him have the jumper.
Well, that's great. Getting hot, keeping the Sharks.
Well, they were 9 for 14 from three. They missed 6 straight, and now Asbury has made 2 straight. Perhaps realizing it's Asbury time. Cho
Withers and Inga fighting off the ball. Cho finds Rougeau, his Holmes. Good pass back to Rougeau. Shakes everyone off with the pass fake. And the 3 ball is a little long. Cho in there fighting for it. Ball pinballing around. Pass came off Walter Brown, and despite his helpful plea pointing for Rams ball, the rest saw it as well as we did, and it will be Sharks possession.
Rams have picked up the work rate on the glass. They're doing a much better job of just sandwiching Timmins, making it difficult for him, getting a hand to everything. But great hustle by Jones keeps possession with the Sharks.
Timmins sets the on-ball and then the off-ball screen, and then beautifully gets into position in the low post, going to work. Oh, Walter Brown, just one fake too many from Timmins, and Brown comes away with the steal. Here's Holmes downhill, losing his footing and drawing a foul. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Well, I like that from Jake Holmes. He's 0 for 4 from the 3-point line in the first half, so it doesn't settle this time around. Gives a little up fake, attacks the rim on the other end. And you're exactly right. It was that second shot fake that he needed to gather himself. If he just goes up strong, gets the finish instead, it's transition basketball the other way. Walter Brown doing a little bit of everything. 14 points on 50% shooting, 4 boards, 2 assists, and gets the steal there. Unless maybe they give him a block, actually. 2 blocks now. I'll take that stat. That's maybe the lowest aerials on a block that Walter Brown's had all season long on that one.
Holmes at the line, makes his first. And how do the Sharks get Sam Timmins more involved in this game, Casey? 2 for 5. Just 3 rebounds, all on the offensive end.
I like that they're trying to get him in the post, but I wouldn't want to go straight from the wing. I want to go to the high-low. Get Sam Timmins there, try and get the high-low, and now a second offensive rebound for 3. Walter Brown, cash it, big fella. The young man's come to play, 17 points now.
He had a slow start, and he's exploded, and now the Rams are giving the Sharks some of their own medicine. Rougeau with the perimeter steal, blows the layup. Kate with the offensive board. Here's Brown. Is he going to go again? Sizes up Inga. Crossover, pull up from mid-range. Walter Brown. Kate again with the offensive board. Cho comes down with it. Brown.
Great look.
Bounces around again. How about Ihaki Kate?
Foul
3
on
offensive
Jones.
balls, draws a foul.
Well, suddenly the Rams are the aggressors. Keelan Boone's getting in with the Sharks 5, trying to say, hey, we need to play right now. But they are on the back foot. Well, much like in the game last night when the Saints took over physically, that's what the Rams have done recently. They're imposing their will in this game, and the Sharks have not been able to match it over the last 4 minutes or so.
Brown, Rougeau, over Timmins. That goes.
To start the second half, we saw a great contest from Sam Timmins. That time, Timmins too deep. The challenge doesn't impact Rougeau's look. He's up to 14 points now, and the Rams in control, up 3.
They wrestle back the lead. Here's Boone driving high off the arc, bounces in, bounces out. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
And for me, this is what I'd like to see more of from the Sharks. Attacking the basket, not settling for jump shots, but we're going to get a timeout. No, we're just talking about things over there. There's the drive, Boone. Such tremendous length of the score, but still the ability to put the ball on the floor. He sits at about 6'9", but he's got guard-like skills. But he needs to start getting that ball in the bucket. He had that fast start, but it's quieted down 6. That's just his 8th point of the ball game. And how about just 10 free throw attempts so far for the Sharks? And they've only made 4 of them. Over 80% from the line in this matchup during the season.
And miss another, and Kate rises for the rebound. Ihaki Kate, after 2 early fouls, has come on. He's got 6 rebounds, and he's got 5 of them in about the last 45 seconds of play.
I haven't seen a lot of Tobias Cameron in this game. He's plus 16 at the moment, the biggest plus-minus of anybody.
There's Cho. Good hand from Esbury. Inga fires it forward. Here is Tobias Cameron on cue. Misses the layup. Oh, bangs his head on the knee of a spectator there. We'll check out what happened to Tobias. He doesn't look too pretty.
Well, he's not up yet, otherwise he'd be getting the basketball right now. But he's back in the game. That's some Cameron toughness on display.
Inga. That's Esbury.
Beautiful
Jones.
passing.
Copping the foul from Rougeau. Can't complain too much there.
He's going to complain a little bit because that is his 3rd, and he's been key to the activity, so he's disappointed in that. Love the unselfishness of the Sharks. Would have liked to see one of those go up on those last couple of passes, but Jones does well to get inside. There we see Tobias Cameron searching the contact and smashes his head into the knee of one of the spectators there. That can't feel good, but fantastic defense by Jake Holmes to avoid the contact and force the miss.
They stand out there, and as you mentioned, there's one attribute that I would label the Cameron family. Tough would be right. That's
right. That is certainly one of the monikers that would stay with them. All members, all members. How about the Rams? How about this Rams team? Question marks everywhere. Don't have, one of the best point guards in the league in Taylor Britt, who's really been their general all season long. Down 17 in the first half and have completely turned this game around, worked their way in. Great job by the players and a fantastic job by the coach to keep them on task.
Oh, their ability to adapt has really been their calling card all season. Almost more than anyone, they've had the most.
Oh, that's tough. Timmins all over it somehow. Brown finds the glass. Up to 19 points.
They've had a lot to deal with this year through injuries and rep call-ups as Esbury leaves it short. Foul called. I think it's on Jake Holmes. And they've always found a way, this Rams side. You mentioned Taylor Britt being their general all season, had that for multiple seasons on the court and off the court. He is all year round a Ram.
Well, not this year. He was up for the Breakers this past season, but the point's still well taken because he lives it, he bleeds it. They've done a great job of producing local talent, and they've got a great culture, and it's been put on display in today's big game.
And still plenty more basketball to go. 4.5 minutes to go in the third quarter here. 3-point lead for the Rams. Asbury with the block. Will he keep it in? He won't.
Fantastic effort. Asbury just such an athlete, excellent instincts, and stares down Walter Brown as he walks by him. I love it. I love it. Just have a little fun with it. Let him know you're there, son.
Potentially just the first little hint of fatigue from Brown. He tries to draw the foul.
Wow, just a little surprised that wasn't a whistle on Cameron, but Walter Brown really searching for that contact. Tough move.
Going to work on Kate. Great defense. Ihaka Kate.
Love to see a young fella challenged early in the game by his head coach, who has maybe 4 years on him, and then has come out. And it's not about the scoring, it's about the effort. It's about the energy with which he's playing. It's about getting a stop like that. He gets no credit for anything, but the Rams get the stop and a chance to increase the lead.
Joe looking to elevate Timmins, meets him at the rim, stares at him on the hardwood.
Coops, Cooper, a couple of times. Tukes just hasn't looked for the rim on these shots right there. That's an easy one. How about Sam Timmins? Get that shot out of there. How about that block up and over? I love the aggressiveness. But Temin and Cho going above the rim, but Sam Timmins says, I'll meet you up there, young fella.
Asbury to inbound, looking for Timmins. They do well to deny him, and here's Holmes. Earning a foul off Keelan Boone.
How about this aggression from Jake Holmes in transition? Gets Boone's second personal foul, and he becomes the fourth Shark with 2 personal fouls. Actually, 5th now, he's the 5th. So fouls starting to add up. But this relentless attack of the Rams, pushing in transition. The Sharks a little bit more well-rested. They had an extra day of rest over the Rams, but right now, the Rams are the ones with the motor running at a higher RPM.
Holmes leaves the second one short. Cameron comes around with the rebound.
Neither team shooting great from the free throw line. 53% for the Rams, 46% for the Sharks. That's going to come into play down the stretch of this ball game.
Here's Timmins going to work on Andrew. Spinning, Andrew doing well. Coming away with the rebound, and the crowd love it.
Great D there by Jack Andrew. It might be a shot clock or a half-court violation here. Good defense by Cameron, but oh, the unfortunate illegal screen on Jack Andrew.
And Andrew stating the case that Cameron took his leg.
Didn't quite see it because I was looking at the head of the play, but that's the second illegal screen called on Jack Andrew today. And that one's his 4th personal foul. And he just trips him up a little bit. Just really unlucky. Cameron working so hard, too. 4th foul.
3 minutes to go in the third quarter.
He's been playing well.
Cameron fires it back to Jones. Rylan Jones.
Great rebound, Sam Timmins, but he can't quite control the tip. Just the effort. Play after play. The Rams not taking a backward step. The opportunities are there for the Sharks, but they're not converting them.
Show back to Rougeau. Withers shaking off that calf cramp. Rougeau going to work on Timmins. It's not about everything else, but he just can't get the 3-ball to go. Jones comes away with the board. Holmes hot on his tail.
Holmes has given up some inches there, but looking quick of feet, keeping up with Jones. And now into the switch on the center.
Timmins baseline spin, draws the foul.
Foul on the floor.
Basket won't count. And really, no excuse now for Sam Timmins not to involve himself offensively. Jack Andrew, when he's on the floor, he's going to be timid on 4 fouls.
Yeah, just 5 points for Timmins, but I don't like just throwing the ball to Sam Timmins and telling him go to work. I love Sam as a finisher, and I don't mind giving him the occasional post touch and just letting him pound it in, you know, old school 80s NBA style. But my preference would be to get high-low flashes, force that defense to convert on him, and then have that high-low pass, get him out of the on-ball and lobs at the rim. More of that activity. They want to get Sam involved, but I think the work rate that's required for him to score this way is going to be, in the end, not as big a bonus for the Sharks as he misses 2 free throws. Miss twice, get a slice. That sells pizza for everybody, I think.
Sharks are 6 for 15 from the Chemist Warehouse stripe.
Yuck. That is yucky shooting. Down 3. Missed the 9 of those.
Do we have the stats on the free throw percentage at the new arena?
That's a good question.
It could be a thing, right? The depth perception. I remember back in the Breakers championship winning days, CJ Bruton talking about it used to take him a while to get used to it at Spark Arena. In fact, at one point they even took their own rims.
A little bit easier when there's a flat surface, but a lot like Parakiori. But you never know with the background and the lights.
Brown. Yeah, 2 seconds to go on the shot clock.
Good challenge by Sam Timmins there.
Bodies everywhere. Playoff basketball, 2 of them in the crowd, 2 of them in the key.
The Brett Hinger did not like that hustle. That was hustled basically just to go in and take out the guy. Okay, you're gonna try and box me out a little bit? Well, let me come through you. Love the energy from Jake Holmes. He has brought it every single game. He's had an opportunity this season, earned his starting stripes.
Minute 45 to go, 3rd quarter. Rams lead by 3. Winner hosts the grand final. Jones lobs it unnecessarily high up for Sam Timmins, just to wait for it to come down. Gives Rougeau a chance to reset, and there's the big man move from Timmins.
But there's action where Sam Timmins gets a catch in the paint. The difference of those 3 or 4 feet is so massive for a player that size. And I don't mind Jones throwing it up unreasonably high. You want to know why? Because Sam Timmins is the only one who can get it.
He's unreasonably tall.
so chuck it up there. Let him go to work. Rougeau has to respect the first move. That lets the step through work.
Backstream from Rougeau. Ryan Jones just can't catch the ball there, and out of bounds it goes.
Unfortunate for Temening Cho. If that ball had come a little bit faster and at the dome, I would say that was purposeful. but it just goes to the body. So I will give him the benefit of the doubt.
The Sharks get a free one.
Look at this matchup now. Jake Holmes being tasked with Caleb Asbury. Switching everywhere for the Rams.
Into Timmins they go. Holmes cool with the foul.
I don't want to keep tooting my own horn there, but there's the high-low. Working out of the screen, straight down the line. The angle is so much easier to create an opportunity for Timmins to finish. The depth of catch so much better. But unfortunately for Sam, he's back to the Chemist Warehouse stripe where he is 1 for 6.
You 2'd away, mate. You 2'd away.
And he's not loving the Chemist Warehouse Hoops and Schools program, because every free throw you make this season adds to the kitty. Hoops and going into school near you in Auckland, Northland, Coromandel. Find out more by using that QR code and get a hoop at a school near you, all thanks to the Chemist Warehouse and Basketball New Zealand.
And no thanks to Sam Timmins so far. He makes that one, though.
Throw 2 free throws. There's a, that's got to be a little bit of silver. Probably not gold.
60 apiece, 1 minute to go, 3rd quarter. In Otautahi, will the grand final be here in the shiny new arena? Rougeau, 3-ball, drains it.
Rene Rougeau is loving the space. Timmins is always going to sag, and that's forcing Sam Timmins to move away from the lower paint area. Another opportunity for the big man down low, though.
Swatted away by Cho. Adamant it came off. Timmins getting short shrift from referee Reese Hamilton.
Too slow in the speed of the entry passes there. The looks and the slow arcing lobs. You got to put a little bit of mustard on that one. Get it into the hand of the big fella with a little bit more pace.
That's pretty clear who the focal point has become for the Southland Sharks. at this juncture in the game as Ryland Jones puts up a three, gets that one to go. Ryland Jones up to 9 points.
Beautiful set. Really used Sam Timmons there. You mentioned that the attention is all on the big guy. Well, he became a screener that time, helping to get Jones open out of that baseline out-of-bounds set.
Rougeau getting ready to come back into the game. Jack Andrew, of course, with 4 fouls, playing under an injury cloud. Cho, good hand from Esprit. Inga comes down with the rebound. 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. No, clock was wrong. I should apologise, and that'll do us. Inga puts it up with an incorrect clock on our screen.
Oh, it's been a clinic defensively for the Rams. They've worked this way back into the game, and now we are knotted up at 63, heading into the fourth with a trip to the grand final on the line. The winner hosts, the loser is off to Mad Monday.
Well, welcome back. We are just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. 63-63 between the Rams and the Sharks. The Sharks had a 17-point lead. They now are all tied up with 10 minutes to go. The winner will host the grand final. As we start the fourth quarter, we can head over to Canterbury Rams coach Quinn Clinton. Coach, well, the Sharks scored 44 points in the first 13 minutes of this game. They've scored just 19 in the last 17. That cannot just be down to effort and energy, can it, on the defensive end?
Just got to finish plays here. I think we've done a good job adjusting to defensive game plan, just taking away their main tendencies. We've just got to finish this last 10 minutes. The best fourth quarter team in the league, so got our work cut out for us.
So without Taylor Britt in the game, where do you look to have your offense run down the stretch? Is it Walter Brown with the ball in hand? Is it Temening Cho on the wing? Or is it more through Rene Rougeau, who has been so key as a passer and a scorer today?
Yeah, it's just going to be a mixture for us. Yeah, we always share the ball, and we've got multiple guys who can make plays, so we're just going to trust our collective group.
Appreciate your time.
Give me something, Coach. Give me something.
Clinton, as Walter Brown comes away with 2 points. Well, we mentioned it already, and it's been their ability to adapt throughout 2026. It has really been the calling card of the Canterbury Rams. Got 10 more minutes before they can book their ticket to the big dance. Ticket to host the big dance. Speaking of dancing, there's the Twinkle Toes, Sam Timmons, but the Rams come away with the turnover.
And Sam Timmons is getting that deep possession, and then he's looking to gather himself and go up strong. I think he needs to look to go a little bit faster moving on, and we got to go fast to Nick Bewley on the sideline, who's got something for us.
Yeah, just listening into Sharks coach Jonathan Yim, simple stuff, win the quarter, win the game. Of course, it was tied up at three-quarter time. And he just looked Sam Timmons in the eye. Of course, he had those free throw issues in that third quarter and said, come on, this is championship time. Be that championship player. We want redemption for what happened last year.
Well, they came back to get it, and they're on the cusp. Caleb Asbury, the full court take. This is when he inserts himself into the ball game. Explosive rebound, and what a finish going the full 94 feet.
20 points for Asbury, 65 apiece early in the fourth quarter. Walter Brown gets his pocket picked by Ryland Jones.
That's filthy. Call the cops. There's been a mugging.
Taking the senior route as well, Ryland Jones, but Cameron leaves it short.
Is that going to be Rougeau's fourth personal foul, or Walter Brown's second? I can't believe they're complaining about that. It looked like an octopus was trying to keep Sam Timmons away from the rebound.
It's Walter Brown who's called for it.
2 fouls on Brown, 3 on Kate, 3 on Rougeau, 4 on Holmes, and 4 on Andrew for the Rams. The Sharks, 5 different players with 2 fouls, but no real foul trouble. Look at that post inside.
Walter Brown is all over Sam Timmons like some sort of powerful moss. But Timmons comes away with the tip-in.
I love that deep post catch, the high post flash, well read by Boone. He shoots that shot, and once again, as good an assist. Timmons there to pump it in.
Meanwhile, just some ball movement. And Ihaki Kate again with the offensive rebound, but he can't get the putback.
Great looks. Both of them looked like they were down. Unfortunately, can't get the finish, and now it's chance for the Sharks to start and to extend this lead.
Ihaki Kate, 5 offensive boards now. 3 ball from Asbury. Long rebound goes to Walter Brown, but Asbury comes up smiling after the steal.
I was just about to say I didn't like the shot because Timmons was wide open underneath. Instead, he gets the rebound and makes up for it. And then Jones uses the Gortat screen that Sam Timmons set to get the kiss off the glass. Some timely buckets. A fantastic steal by Caleb Asbury gives the Sharks that second chance to extend it, and they take it.
A 6-0 run for the Southland Sharks over 2 minutes since the Canterbury Rams last put the ball in the bucket. And a timeout for Coach Quinn Clinton.
How about this Rams team and the way they're playing together?
Fellas, it's the playoffs. I reckon they're going to make their run. Stay together. Stop worrying about the refs. Hey, just in general, when they ice, throw back, have them engage you, and then just connect again. We can't ice again, okay? All right, we're going to punch one here. Okay, punch one. You can beat the ice. You can beat the ice. Have a good screening angle. You can get middle. You hear me? What is he doing after though? Screening and rolling. Screening and rolling. Rolling. So punch. Here. Throw back. Connect. Down screen. Over the top. Here. Screen. Come off to the middle. Roll. All right. All right. Everyone good. All right. Move on from the refs. Move on from the refs.
Solid timeout. Good coaching instructions. Now let's see if the players listen to it. Always easier said than done, but mentioning about this Rams, the closeness of this team, 24 field goals, 20 assists. They are doing such a great job of creating for one another. But down the stretch of the game, so often it becomes who can get you a bucket on their own. And down 4 with 7 minutes left, I think the Rams are going to have to find out who can create it. Is it going to be Brown? Is it going to be Cho?
Here's Cho around the Rougeau screen, and it's an offensive foul called on Rene Rougeau. It's his 4th foul with just under 7 minutes to go.
Unfortunate for Rene Rougeau. Calling there. I didn't see a lot of movement, and that's probably a screen you can call illegal a lot of times. Is getting booed.
He's just booted it out of bounds. Todd Withers firing up the Parakiori crowd.
Great defense, and I can think about 100 other defenders in this league that I want to take the ball off the court against other than Todd Withers in that situation.
Withers sets the screen, gets the ball from Cho. Back to Rougeau. Cho, 2 feet in the paint, surrounded by Sharks. It doesn't stop him. As Rougeau goes flying, gets a flop warning. It's all happening in the 4th quarter of semi-final number 2.
They got numbers because Rougeau's slow.
And Tobias Cameron with a delicate finish, just to take a little bit of energy out of the crowd.
Rougeau hits the ground, doesn't get up in time, and that enables Cameron to get up the lane and get that finish on his own.
And he got the flop warning, did Rougeau. And a wide open 3 opportunity, didn't take it.
Surprising.
Withers does take it, but blocked by Caleb Asbury.
Caleb Asbury doing it all. Had that huge steal before the timeout a few moments ago defensively, and there extends to get the block on the 6'9" Withers.
Rougeau, who at one point was 3 for 3 from beyond the arc, now 3 for 6. Turning down the wide open three. Inside to Timmins up with his left hand.
I think that's over the back. It looks like Tobias Cameron cramping up now. Hoping it's just a cramp, but the way it does look like a cramp the way he's grabbing. And the way they're doing that now, yeah, it's certainly a cramp. Once again, Sam Timmins, deep post position. I like how Walter Brown forced him to the left hand as we see the teams all searching for that potassium in their body now. Where's the bananas? Where's the pickle juice?
Timmins and Jones with the assist on the cramp. Cameron up and looking sprightly.
That's Sam Timmins is walking the other way, but that's going to be ball on the baseline for third foul of the quarter already for the Rams. No fouls yet on the Sharks here in the fourth term. Spoke too soon.
There it is. The illegal screen off ball. Horns are cool from Quinn Clinton, in case you're wondering.
Little horns action. They've been running a lot of horns. You get into that screen and then the fade. This is where Todd Withers quite often gets a fade screen in this spot.
Cho, they're doing well to stay in front of him so far. Timmins with the help, but the foul. Cho hits the deck and hits it hard.
Well, Cho there just has so much space to cross over and get to where he wants to go. Sam Timmins is waiting, but his help depth is just a little bit too low to take out the shot. The body contact up high, and he smashes his head on the court when he comes down. I don't know if you know this, but wood, not a soft material.
Famously known as hardwood for the basketball court. And that would have hurt the back of the head of Tamaneng Cho. He's got to shake it off, go to Chemist Warehouse. Well, you have to go to the real Chemist Warehouse for some headache.
Cho hits the first, but up to this point, the Rams were just shooting 53% from the field as Jack Andrew checks back in with his 4 personal fouls. But what a rebound by the young fella there. The big redhead gets the tip for the Big Red Machine.
The reset through Cho. Just enjoying the descriptions there. Step back 3 from the wing.
Oh my, another tip.
Andrew.
Look at the effort. Jack Andrews got nothing in the tank, but he comes out just 11 minutes in the game, and he's having an impact.
3 on the shot clock. Leaves it
Another
short.
offensive rebound.
This time Rougeau, but Timmins comes away with it eventually.
So many chances are they gonna get? It's up to 14 offensive rebounds for the Rams, but the 3 chances still comes up empty.
Asbury won't mind this matchup. He passes right out of it, gets it back. Andrew ahead of him. Step back 3 ball. Andrew's hand makes it in. Caleb Asbury as time expires on the shot clock.
I would rather be lucky than good. I think that was only a 2. They called that a 2.
Must have been a toenail on the line. There's Jake Holmes, Keelan Boone. Putting the hand in there. Holmes getting away potentially an extra step. A foul call to go the line to shoot 2. Young Jake Holmes.
And I think that's Sam Timmins, and that might be his 4th personal foul if it is him. If it's Boone, it's going to be his 3rd. Let's see where it ends up. Keelan Boone picks up his 3rd personal. Very fortunate for the Sharks. It's a very different ball game if Sam Timmins has 4. Changes the way he can defend at the rims. Jake Holmes at the line now, 2 for 4 on the day.
Well, it's a tense semi-final, Casey. It hasn't been a fluid one in these last couple of quarters. 34 fouls between the teams. And that one's pinballed around. Everyone's pointing everywhere, but it's where Reese Hamilton points that matters, and it will be Rams' possession.
Just suddenly, the ball in Sharks' hands are magnetic polar opposites. It's like it's repelling the basketball. It's just not bouncing their way on the road today.
Yet they still lead by 5, and right now they'll host the grand final. The Rams want to make it back-to-back playoff games here in their beautiful new arena. Cho, Ryland Jones gets his fin on it and comes away with it.
He's been fantastic defensively all season long. Picks up steal number 3 there. Asbury's got 4 to lead the Sharks.
Timmins looking for position.
He's got the mismatch. I throw it down to him. Asbury knows.
Back to Jones. One on the shot clock, fading away the 3-ball. Tough shot. Holmes is absolutely accosted by Boone, and that'll be a 4th foul on Keelan Boone.
Well, unfortunate read of the game there between Timmins and Jones. Jones had the switch. He had Andrew on him. Then Timmins goes out to set the screen. It brings the ability for them to switch back guard to guard, get the big off of him. Boone crashes the glass, but Jake Holmes does enough to retain possession as he grabs his 5th rebound of the ball game. As you mentioned, 4 personal fouls on Keelan Boone now.
Any more drama left in this one. 73-68, 3.5 minutes to go. Semi-final 2, the winner will host the Wellington Saints. Andrew almost loses it, regathers. Todd Withers for 3. High arcing, Timmins comes down with it, Rougeau hits the deck.
I would have bet just about anything Todd Withers was going to hit that shot. Those are the kind of broken plays, almost Horry-esque, that he always takes advantage of.
Asbury, contested mid-range, and this time Ingo called for the foul. The push-off on Walter Brown.
It's going to be his first personal foul of the game. And the shot making for both teams, the creation just becoming a little bit tougher. A good crash, just a little bit too aggressive. As I mentioned a few minutes ago that the Sharks had 0 personal fouls. Well, suddenly they got 4. And it's free throws the rest of the way from here. Rams still have 1 foul to give with 3 minutes to play. Walter Brown is now 2 for 3 from the Chemist Warehouse stripe today. Two for 2 from the Chemist Warehouse. Cuts the lead to a single bucket. Make that 4 points. I was a little off there. Now there we go. I was correct. It just took some time.
73-70. Just under 3 to go. Ryan Jones. Jack Andrew trying to keep him in the shadow. Good screen from Timmins. We got a foul, and it's called on Timmins. 4th personal on Sam Timmins. And they'll go to the other end to shoot the ball.
Wow. With all that contact, all the box out lately, and the whistles just going against the Rams. You see, it's a battle down low. Look at these 2 guys underneath. We'll see him. Yeah, he's a little bit locked up, but to me, that's just standard activity underneath the rim in playoff basketball. But the benefit of the doubt goes to the home team. Jack Andrew at the line and a chance to cut it to a single point.
He can't do it. It goes in and out.
I'd like to see the ball in the hands of Caleb Asbury here, and that's where they go.
There's Caleb Asbury, and there he is, getting it kissed off the glass. Wanted a whistle, it didn't come. Talking to the refs as Cho goes the other way.
Love the speed he attacked with that time. As Tobias Cameron gets the whistle. Cho, I think, pretty fortunate that went his way there. Just running into Tobias Cameron and hitting the deck.
Cho.
And that's free throws.
Nothing like he's spent a bit of time enjoying the FIFA World Cup.
Foul number 3 on Tobias Cameron. Don't bring up the dives. The World Cup was great, except for those dives.
Can't tell Tamanang Cho that. Just left a trailing boot in there.
2 minutes and 23 seconds left in the 4th quarter here. A 2-point ball game. And the free throws, neither team converting when they need to most.
The Rams 52% from the free throw line. The Sharks 41%. Asbury gets the switch onto Andrew. Drives with the inside hand. Timmins with the offensive board. He's fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Well, I think Sam Timmins is doing the right thing. He's sitting himself down low as we have a timeout to chat about things with 2 minutes and 3 seconds left in the ball game. Sam Timmons, 10 points, 9 rebounds. He's back to the Chemist Warehouse stripe coming out of this timeout, but it's just 2 for 8 from the stripe. Will he be able to lift that 25% mark and get it going? This is the last time we can head into a huddle for the rest of the game.
Look, what I want, Rylan, is, Rylan, come here, right? C5's here. So get the switch first. Sam, yeah, look, Sam, set the screen for Jack Andrew, right? Set this screen first, right? Ball screen? Yes, ball screen. Get the switch. So now we're throwing it to Rylan, right? Key. When you come set this screen here, set a stack, right? Throw it ahead to Caleb. Now attack on the Stampede. So you understand? Hey, take your time on these, okay?
Well, we heard it there from Coach Ian. Let's see them put it into practice now, the Sharks. They lead by 3, just over 2 minutes to go. Wellington Saints await. Let's hear it from our man on the sideline, Nick Bewley.
Just a quick one from me, gents. Listening to Rams coach Quinn Clinton there, just said this game is going to come down to rebounding. It was just repeated ad nauseum. Got to box out, got to rebound, got to show your desperation. Season's on the line.
Well, that about sums it up. 46-44, the Sharks lead the rebound count.
Sam Timmons, ice water. 2 for 8, make it 3 for 9. Feeling it now. Can he make it 2 for 2 and give the Sharks just a bit of breathing room? Nothing like coming up when it counts most down the stretch of the game. Over 2 minutes to play. A 5-point lead for the Sharks, but the Rams are dangerous from deep.
Here's Walter Browns with 23 points. Jack Andrew left open for 3 off the back iron. Asbury with the board.
Jack Andrew had a great look at it. Tons of space. Looked good leaving the hand, but the rebound to Caleb Asbury.
Here is Asbury, 24 points. They double team him. Jones fires it over to Cameron. 3-ball right in front of the Rams bench. He leaves it off the back iron.
Just, I think, a little slow for the pass, Jones. I'm surprised he didn't give it a little quicker. And Bias Cameron just hits the edge of the rim.
Sharks scramble back into their defense.
Timmons on the wing. He can attack.
And that's who they give it to. Cameron with the help. Jack Andrew tidies up the mess and just delicately caresses it in from short range.
Tobias Cameron, tremendous defense, but the crash by Jack Andrew putting himself in there. He's sick, doesn't matter. 9.6 boards today.
Choke. Get it all up in Keelan Boone's grill. And call for the foul.
It's not the foul you want. There was not much. There's 7 seconds left on the shot clock at half court with nowhere to go, and he gets the touch foul. Free throws to Boone. He's 1 for 2 up to this point.
Up to 10 points for Keelan Boone to go with his 7 rebounds, and we have a timeout by the Canterbury Rams, who, with 57 seconds to go, trail by 5 on their home court in the semi-final. It really is all or nothing now, all being hosting a grand final against the Wellington Saints. Nothing being watching the grand final happen in Invercargill next Sunday afternoon from the comfort of their own homes.
These are the moments, though. These are the moments you play for. Down 5, you have to dig deep. They're going to get the ball in the front court. The clock's got to be their friend. It's all about pace and speed for the Rams right now. Their first best look. I don't think it has to be a 3 yet, but they can't use up 17 seconds of the shot clock. For the Sharks, it's the opposite. I don't want to see them passive, but I do want to see them work for a great shot going the other direction, using up as much clock as they can with this 2-possession lead.
Well, I enjoy those 2 inflatable Sharks. Just in front of a professional Nick Bewley listening in with 2 inflatable sharks behind him. Enjoyed that visual as Sam Timmins makes his way back onto the court. Let's put it together. Sam has been under pressure every time he's had the ball. He's got 12 points, 9 rebounds, a couple of blocks. Get the feeling. There they are.
Well, let's see what the Rams decide to do. Quick 3, quick 2. Either way, just got to be quick.
Into Andrew, back to Rougeau.
Zone defense.
Not quick so far.
Yeah, they're messed up. They expected the man, but the zone defense has junked things up.
And it ends in a very deep attempted 3. Well, Marty Davis is going to inject himself here.
Looks like the call might change. Well, I love to see that officiating group work together. How close is that? Almost down. And it does look from one angle like it was Andrew, but it was Jones underneath getting a hand onto it late. Nice job by Ryland Jones to take away what would have been a pretty easy putback opportunity for Jack Andrew. And now the Rams have the ball on the baseline. And just a little bit less time to work with it. Easier place to score from, though, on the baseline. The sideline, you can really extend, you can get up there and pass. So many angles on the baseline that you have to defend, and a dangerous place for the Sharks to try and zone from. So expect a man-to-man matchup here.
We can't put the mics up in these timeouts at this point in the game, of course. Okay, so I'm going to put you on the spot here. Which of these teams has a better chance of beating the Wellington Saints in the Sunday afternoon grand final next week?
That's a great question. That's a great question. I think, well, that's a 2-part question, because to me, Taylor Britt at point guard, a full-strength Jack Andrew, I think probably the Rams have a better chance to do it. Realizing just a couple of weeks ago, the Sharks were absolutely demolished by the Saints, who came out and go. But I do think either team is capable. But for me, Taylor Britt could be the difference in that. But I'll tell you who has the best chance to beat the Wellington Saints in the grand final.
Whoever's in the grand final?
The team who gets there.
I have sat next to you for far too long.
Unfortunately.
Withers off the inbound 3-ball. Short. Cameron under duress of the Sharks, and the foul's called.
Rene Rougeau, that's going to be foul number 5. His day's going to be done. Ryland Jones is going to head off to the Chemist Warehouse stripe now, as you can see Rougeau thinking that should be a jump ball. He's a champion. I believe it's 5 championships in the Finnish league. First made his appearance in the NBL in 2010. It was another year the Saints won the title, by the way.
Now we've got a nice link with the Finnish league, the New Zealand NBL over the years.
When the Finnish league ends really lines up nicely with when our league begins.
We've had some Kiwis going there for a long time, right back to Tony Rampton, Phil Jones, to more recently Ethan Respich, Jordan Martai,
Taylor Britt with some very serious looks on the sideline. He didn't go to Finland, though.
We've had a genuine Finn in the league this year, the Nelson Giants. And we're in for a good finish in the semi-final.
I'm going back. John Smith was that import played in Finland, came over these days. Anyway, no more memory lane.
It's very much advantage Sharks here. In and out again. Tobias Cameron is down, and
is it cramps again, or is it something worse?
He's clutching his lower back.
Possibly just had the wind knocked out of him. Yeah, that could be that stomach area, the nether region. Oh yeah, no, tried to sell the charge.
Landed on the coccyx.
Watch your mouth.
Tailbone. Sorry, just getting technical.
I've taken charges and hit that before. It does not feel good. You may need a chiropractic adjustment or two.
Still yelling that it's a charge from the bench. The upshot is 24.4 seconds, 11 seconds on the shot clock. Rams possession. They need a bucket, they need it quick.
Quick shot.
Andrew Brown's going to put it up. We've seen a couple of good looks go in and out. That one doesn't go, and that might be all she wrote for the Canterbury Rams season. As Holmes commits a foul on Jones at half court. Hihaka Kate coming back into the game.
7 points the margin
5 fouls for Holmes, and just a hint of a smile on John Yim's face there as he walked back past his bench.
But this stranger things didn't happen than 7 points in 14 seconds, or 13 seconds, sorry. Let's see if Jones can make this a 3-possession ball game. Gets the roll.
Well, it's been a project, hasn't it, in Southland?
Well, it was just to be clear, it was a 3-possession ball game before, but now it's 8.
It's been a project that they bought into in last off-season by the continuity of bringing back the majority of the roster. You know, rumored stories of players taking pay cuts to make sure that they could assemble a roster that can go one better than it did last year, having lost to the Wellington Saints, and all avenues now point to a rematch of that grand final. With the added emotional side of it in Southland, we saw the jersey go to the rafters as they farewell long-term GM Jill Bolger. She might have the fairy tale finish to her career.
Nothing like riding emotion on your way to a championship. And there certainly is a lot of it for the Sharks. Gonna have it on their home court a week from now.
Last say in this one, he does with the jam. And the Southland Sharks will host the NZNBL Grand Final in 2026. Caleb Asprey drags them there with 26 points, 5 rebounds, 4 steals, 3 blocks as well on the perimeter. And the Sharks come away 84-74 winners in Parakiriori.
Well, 5 minutes into this game, I thought we were in for a shootout. The first 13 minutes of the game, the Sharks had 44 points. The next 27, they scored 40. It turned into a grind and an arm wrestle. Both teams unwilling to give an inch. I love what the Rams brought. Every inch of court they were fighting for. They were physical, they were tough, they made good decisions. But as that game went on, the Sharks did enough down low with Sam Timmons imposing his will, and outside with Caleb Asbury shooting 50% and hitting 26 points. He's your commentator's MVP today. 26 points, 5 boards, 3 assists, and most importantly, 4 steals and 3 blocks. What a defensive performance from the Sharks when they needed it most. We have a rematch of last year's final, and we've got Nick Bewley on the sideline with Caleb Asbury now.
Caleb Asbury, C5 commentators, MVP, the man for the big moments. How does it feel? You're back in a grand final.
It feels okay. Job's not finished though. You know, we lost last year. That's all we worried about, is getting back and beating the Saints. That's all we worried about. We don't care about nothing else right now.
Well, let's talk about that, because it's quite rare in the NZNBL for teams, particularly imports like yourself, like Keelan, to come back.
Yeah.
You know, obviously what happened last year happened.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that and how determined you were to be back where you are going to be next Sunday.
That feeling last year, leaving the locker room, leaving the court after we lost, it sucked. And I kid you not, right after that game, we were talking about coming back. So it's been written, I feel like.
And does it feel a little bit sweeter that it's going to be against the Wellington Saints next week?
Wellington at home, you can't. You gotta love it. I feel like it's a little reversal somewhere in the world.
Safe travels. We'll see you next Sunday.
Thank you. Love you, Mama.
Well, how about Caleb Asbury? He's been stewing on it for a year. And I'll let you know he holds a grudge, because I picked the Sharks out of the top 5 or out of the top 4 at the preseason last year. He showed me that tweet at the semifinals. So he's been holding this for a while. He can't wait to see the Saints next week, and he's a big reason why they're going to see him next week. 26 points, the 3 assists and 5 rebounds, but it was the defense. 4 assists, 4 steals, 3 blocks. Huge. Speaking of huge, Sam Timmons with Nick Bewley now.
Yeah, thanks, Casey. Sam, you got up by 17 in the second quarter. They came roaring back. What did it take from this team, a collective unit, to get the job done tonight?
I think we were guilty of taking our foot off the gas once we got that lead. And credit to the Rams. They put on a hell of a fight. They clawed back tooth and nail. Personally, I didn't have a great performance, and I'm lucky I got a hell of a team. They were able to keep us in it, to stow this tide, shut their water off, and we clawed out with a win in the end, so we're happy to be going to the final.
You probably don't want to talk about it, but I want to talk about it. Free throws, man. I know you finally hit those two late. How much of a relief was that?
Look, they went in. That was hell of a relief. That's all I can say.
Look forward to next week. Go join your team.
Cheers, brother. Thank you.
Well, Sam Timmons wasn't as efficient as we've seen from him this season, just 4 for 10 from the free throw line, but the way he imposed himself physically on the game down the stretch, the depth of catch, so impressive. The block of the game when Kevin and Cho tried to go up. And this play right here is when the Sharks started feeding Timmons with a bit more regularity, getting him the ball in better positions. His board play was immense all day long. He finishes with 9 rebounds, 5 of those on the offensive end. 2 blocks as well. He had 4 fouls, used them almost all of them up. And Sam Timmons, a defensive force for this team all season long, does the work down low and gets him in there. Rene Rougeau started this league in 2010. He's back with the Rams this year after starting with the Sharks back then, and he's talking to Nick Bewley right now on the court.
Rene, heck of an effort tonight, as has been the case the last 6 weeks. At some stage, one of another, you've been without a key piece. You came back from 17 down, got all the way there. Must be a tough feeling, though, for this group. Not the result you wanted.
So proud of us for getting back in the game, giving our crowd something to fight for. You know, felt pretty good. It was right there. We had a lot of wide open looks we missed. We didn't take advantage of. We played great defense. It's probably one of the top 2 highest scoring teams in the league. And really proud of our defense. We just came up short on offense. But very proud of everybody and a lot of respect for the Sharks. You know, it's only right to battle against my old team. So it was a lot of emotions coming into this game.
I was going to ask you that in some ways, if there was one team to lose to, would it be these guys?
I mean, yeah, as long as they win it. But in general, though, no. It's probably one of the toughest feelings, to be honest with you. You know, they gave me my first start. So very thankful for the Sharks. So, you know, it's a very bittersweet feeling for sure. But the crowd, I'm just happy how we gave the crowd something to cheer for tonight.
Well, we're very thankful for you to coming all this way from the Finnish League to here at 40 years of age. You've been a great servant for the SouthNBL back in 2010 and now 2026. So congratulations on a great season.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I love New Zealand. Thank you.
Well, what a pro. Rene Rougeau comes in 16 years apart, gets his stints in the down under with New Zealand. As we take a look at the Chemist Warehouse full-time stats, it wasn't pretty, under 40% shooting for the Rams, just over for the Sharks. Eventually the Sharks were able to get a couple of late threes to get that back to respectability. The free throws, the big surprise, but this game was about work rate, offensive rebounds, rebounding rate. The Sharks end up winning that by 3. They had 1 more shot, 2 less turnovers. It all adds up to a tight 10-point lead that was probably a little bit tighter than it looks like on the scoreboard.
Tuatara and the Rams fall at the penultimate hurdle. It will be Asbury v Pepper, Timmons v Hunt, Boone v Harris, Yim v Young, Sharks v Saints in the SouthNBL Grand Final. Sunday afternoon from 2:30 live on Sky Sport 2. The climax of a thrilling 2026 SouthNBL season will be coming your way. Sharks v Saints.
Wow, it's a rematch of a season ago. What a game that was in Wellington. Now the Sharks faithful have a chance to come out and change that. Southland, 2 years in the making. Can it be lucky 14 for the Saints? Will the Sharks hang up number 3 on the wall?
The inflatables will be there, that's for sure. There'll be those incredible hard hats with the Sharks on too. Everything that the Shark Tank brings, and we can't wait for it. We'll see you next Sunday afternoon in the SouthNBL Grand Final. That's all right. I did it last time I was in here. It's all good. Two Atara Saints in there.
How come you don't say all those FUs that you were saying to me a second ago off mic?
Rams.
How come it's all okay now?
Shucks. Right. Ah, fuck you, Rob. What did you call that Sharks 5 game? Elimination final.
Elimination final 1.
Cool. Okay, cool. A big win in the Trafalgar Centre propelled the Phi into their second straight elimination final up against a Sharks team who are coming off a bloody nose from the Wellington